Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lord Exsus, and I'd like to welcome you all to this game. It is called Path of Exile, and strangely enough, I had no idea this game existed. This game is a dungeon crawling, action adventure, hack and slash game, one of my favourite genre of games, very similar to games like Diablo, although, according to the things I've seen on the net, much more like the more old school dungeon crawler hack and slash games like Diablo 2 and previous games. Yeah, I had no idea this game existed until recently seeing it had been released for the Xbox One. And it looked pretty good. I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, so I thought, why the hell not get in and play this since it looks so badass. Other notable things to mention is the fact that this game is absolutely free to play, which always rings alarm bells because instantly you think microtransactions, and the moment you think that, you think, well, pay to win. Well, this game is not at all like that. The devs assure us all that this game, in fact, you can make all of the progress in, get all of the items, all of the weapons and armor with no restrictions to paying for them. In fact, the only thing you'll ever pay for is if you want a cosmetics boon. If you want your character to look a certain way, it is purely cosmetic, which is the way it should be. So if you don't want to look a particular way, you will be able to play, complete, and absolutely enjoy this game to its fullest without spending a penny, which is absolutely amazing. The game already has several expansions. I don't know what they are, because like I said, until this point, I had no idea this game existed, and it was released on PC in 2013, I think. But came to my attention recently because of, again, it has been released on the Xbox One. So, there's not much more to say. I want to get in and want to see exactly how visceral and how dark this game is. So I think we should do that. Anyway, I'm playing it on PC, not on Xbox One, although I did download it for that to play maybe in my own time to see how well it runs on console. And apparently it runs very well on the Xbox One X. It's 1080p 60 frames a second and Xbox One X enhanced and up to 4K if you have a 4K display, so that's all good. But I thought I'd play it on my PC because that is the way it was originally intended to be. I'm assuming the menus and all that stuff will be slightly easier to navigate on PC. Anyway, that's enough of my incessant rambling. We should get into this, so let's log in.
By the divine authority of the Templar, you are hereby exiled to the forsaken shores of Reklast. You have transgressed against God and consorted with sin. Find your redemption, Exile, or die in the attempt.
Okay, so that's our very small amount of story at the beginning. We have to create a character, or choose a character, because all templates start off the same. So we're going to select a character class that we're going to be, and we have been exiled to the Kingdom of Reklast. That is where we're being sent for crimes unknown to us for now. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So who's this guy?
You swore sinew and soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar. For years you built a life upon faith, only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow. And is that not the greatest folly of all? To lose faith when it's all you have left? You were once the chosen of God, a Templar. You are now the chosen of Reklast, an exile.
Okay, so that is the Templar class we can play as that. I don't know, I can guess by the names since RPGs are my thing, they are my bag. I can guess by the names what they do, what their class abilities and such are, but I don't know because every game is slightly different. So that's the Templar class. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's look at this guy back here.
You were born with quickness of body and sharpness of mind. How have you paid for these gifts? With innocent blood. Yours is a predatory profession, the business of butchery. You have stolen many a life to fill your purse. Now you will earn your redemption in Reklast.
Okay, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of the Shadow class. It is basically the assassin, and the guy looks pretty nasty as well. I like that a lot. But we're gonna check out all of the character classes before we move on, and it's nice that we've got a bit of dialogue and audio to describe to us exactly what we're doing here. So this guy next.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the land of the damned, Marauder? We offered you truth, yet still you clasped your superstitious lies. We offered you service, yet you wasted your strength in defiance. Rayclast offers you something else. An education in true savagery.
Well, geezer at the back, narrating what exactly we've been exiled. I don't think this guy's going to give a fuck that it's going to educate us in savagery. This guy looks tank as hell, so that's the Marauder. So moving on to this woman here.
Swift and silent, you stole the bounty of others. A crow that plunders our crops. A stray dog that slaughters our sheep. Ariath is a land of men, not animals. Think on that, Ranger, when Rayclast shows you how to truly live like an animal.
Okay, and that's the Ranger class, this young woman here, and we got a little bit of insight there. Oriath is the name of this kingdom we're being exiled from, and we're being exiled to Rayclast. So that's a good little bit of information. Okay, next man.
You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with your gifts, duelist? You squandered them on self-indulgence. Sin has led you here, your path inked in the blood of gratuitous murder. You have betrayed the Grand Arena. Now Rayclast shall be your audience and your foe.
Okay, good to know. So that is the duelist. And now we have our final character class. Who is this woman?
Why do the keen of mind seek to satiate their curiosity in darkness and depravity? Innocence is our father. Ariath is our mother. When a daughter strays from the light, she makes herself an orphan. Learn well the lessons that Rayclast will teach you, witch. It is your only hope of finding your way home.
Okay, so this character class is the Witch. And after looking at all six, being given our description, I think I'm actually going to have to go with the Witch. It looks like the only true magic user in the game, which is a little annoying because I tend to prefer to play as men. But if the Witch is the mage of the game, which I'm assuming she is, I'm going to have to play as her. So that is what I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to be a female character. That's interesting. Okay, we're going for leagues first. Choose a league by clicking on a banner below, then click OK. These challenge leagues are an ideal place to play Path of Exile in a fresh economy. You can complete challenges and win prizes. Well, since we're new to this game and I have no idea about challenge leagues, I'm actually going to click the standard difficulty setting for the game. I'm not going to select hardcore mode, because hardcore mode, if a character is killed in hardcore, becomes a standard character. I have no idea what that means, so I'm going with just the standard. The other two are incursion and hardcore incursion. We do something called performing temporal incursions on ancient Val treasure temple to uncover its true location. This is the Path of Exile League. I'm not going to be playing League, at least not yet. I'm assuming we can't actually switch out later and we have to make a new character, but I have no idea what these things are, so we're going to go with standard. Okay, and we've got to name our character. We don't get to choose an appearance. This is the standardized appearance of everybody, all 6 character classes in the game, and your armor will define how you look and how you're perceived by others. So we've got a type of name. So I'm going to try, and I know this isn't the way it's spelled, but many people would have probably already chosen this name, perhaps. So I'm going to go with Lucrezia and see if that works. Hopefully no one's already chosen it, at least spelt this way. Yes, they have. So let's try it with CIA. That already exists as well. Okay, let's try it with SIA. No, that already exists as well. So that's a ball ache, because that's the name I wanted our witch to be. I know. Lucrezia. Okay. And this is where we wake up on the shores of a place called the Twilight Strand, according to that loading screen. Let's get up.
The very sand shivers with malice. There's a power here that welcomes me.
Okay, good to know. And we can use the mouse wheel to zoom in, something I don't know whether they added to console because I have no idea. And it said use the left click to move, so we're going to move over to this item. It's called a Driftwood Wand. It does 4 to 8 physical damage, it has a 7% critical strike chance, and it does 1.40 attacks per second. It has a 9% increase to spell damage. So I'll take that. It says left click to talk to a non-player character, which is this guy down here who looks like he is all of the fucked up. So let's zoom in. Let's talk to this dying exile.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking if the...
Oh, shit the bed. Okay, back the hell up. You stay away, sir. Hungry corpse. Nice.
The dead will soon rise for me, not against me.
That is also very necrotic of you to say, young lady. The dead will soon rise for me, not against me. And it says we have a Fireball spell down here and a Scroll of Wisdom. Let's pick that up. Press the I button to view your inventory. Let's do that. Okay. So we have... What is this telling us? We have skill gems. Skill gems grant powerful skills when they are socketed into your weapons and armor. To socket the skill gem, first click it to pick it up. Then click on the socket on your weapon that has the same colour. Okay. And it's showing us a little video of how to do that down there. Red gem goes into red slot, so on and so forth. This is Fireball, projection spell, AoE, fire, level 1, mana cost 6. Cast time is 3/4 of a second. The critical strike chance is 6%. The effectiveness of added damage is 160%. It requires only level 1. It unleashes a ball of fire towards target which explodes, damaging nearby foes. Deals 7 to 10 fire damage, 20% chance to ignite enemies, and it does 50% more damage with ignite. There's also a bar there that says 1 out of 70. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe the spell itself levels up over time. I certainly hope so. That would be awesome. But what this is telling me here is when we socket it into here then, the Driftwood Wand, which has 2 blue slots, which, if I just show this down here, showing us a red jewel that goes into a red slot. So blue will go into a blue slot. The game has obviously been programmed this way to give us our base, let us know exactly what is what. So this is going to work for placement here. This seems like, because I had that like white almost air magic flicking out of the wand, like a standard force attack of some description. That's a base attack, but I'm assuming this, I'll put it in here. Here we go, down here. This skill is now equipped with your skill bar, and can be used with right click. Press I to close your inventory. So we're going to press I, we're going to close that. I'm going to zoom out a bit because we're going to need a little bit of distance between us and the enemies. So that's brilliant. So that's right click, and that did use a very small amount of my mana. It's now recovered. If you look down in the bottom right, the blue is the mana, blatantly, and the red on the bottom left is my health. I also seem to have some potions down here, which is going to be handy. They are slotted to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not going to mess around with that. But yeah, so if we go back into inventory quickly, this system is going to be interesting because I'm assuming you can have it with armor, helms, feet, necklaces, the lot. I'm assuming it's not just weapons that have socketable items, but this socketable system isn't the same as in Diablo. I believe that was in Diablo 2, but it was very prevalent in Diablo 3 for giving you augmented stuff. Could be anything. But in this, we didn't learn that spell naturally for a trainer or anything. That dropped off that, obviously, as a base spell, and it became socketed in here when I placed it in. Which, this system has been created before. This system is basically, as far as I can tell, as far as it looks to me, this is basically the system from the famous Square Enix game, Final Fantasy VII. That is the materia system. In order to use spells, abilities, or any powers at all, you place materia into a slot inside of your weapon and or armor, dependent. So it's the materia system. So it's a slottable magic system, which could be interesting. Let's see how this works. Anyway, I've rambled onto you enough. Let's go kill some stuff. I like this. The graphics are not bad for a 2013 game. They're serviceable. Zoom out. I hear movement. Ah, hello. You. Ah, missed. Hit the other one. Oh wow, that was funky. I like it. Oh, that was squelchy. I very much like it. Gory and graphic. I like a lot. Let's just get over here and have a look at. Oh wow, I really fucked those guys up. Okay, our witch is going to be cool as hell. Lucrezia, or Lucrezia, is she's gonna make a way in this world. Whoa, hello. Oh, that is so graphic. I love it. Come over here. That's it. Drowned undead. Oh, your body just split in half. That's lush. I love it. Hello. Come at me. Oh, exploded because he was already on fire. That's amazing. I'd love to keep the screen like this, but you just can't quite see enough. You can't. I'd like to be able to zoom out a little bit further, if I'm honest. It's going to cause a few issues, but hey, we're here to. You're a corpse. Okay, you're still dead. That's fine. You are also very smelly and rotten. Those flies are having a feast. Right, large chest. Arcane Surge support. Okay, what is this? Support spell. Duration level 1. Mana multiplier 110%. Each support spell will track how much mana you spend on it, granting you a buff when the total mana spent reaches a threshold. Cannot support skills used by totems, traps, or mines. So it's an arcane support, which is fair enough because I have an arcane spell. In fact, yeah, I just have one because the one's base spell doesn't count. It's just a projectile of mana. Okay. Gain Arcane Surge after spending a total of 15 mana with supported skills. Arcane Surge grants 10% more spell damage. Arcane Surge grants 10% increased cast speed. Arcane Surge grants 0.5% of maximum mana regenerated per second. Arcane Surge lasts for 4 seconds. This is a support gem. It does not grant a bonus to your character, but to your skills in socket connected to it. Okay. Place into an item socket connected to a socket containing an active skill gem. The active skill gem you wish to augment. Right click to remove it from the socket. Good to know. I'm going to pick you up. So what I'm hearing from that is this. The game's telling us anyway. I was reading it through. It doesn't really need. I mean, this is nice. This is nice that it holds your hand at least this much, because this could be quite confusing for some people. But this is a blue one. We can tell it's blue in colour. That's nice and simple. But it's telling us basically if we grab this, and we put it in here, we now have a support skill. I don't want to remove it. Thank you, game. Many support gems change the mana cost of the skills they are supporting. Okay, so has it been changed? No, the mana cost is still 6, so that's fine. So basically what this is telling me is something will happen and we'll get a reduced, not reduced mana cost, a quicker mana refresh, slightly, only 0.5%, and we will get slightly more damage when that support skill becomes active on our fireball, but we have to cast fireball for that to happen. So let's get over here and let's see what we're talking about. Ah, I see. Right, they're dead now, so it's not going to really show. But that blue wisp that was circling around me lasted for 4 seconds. And if I'd have cast more fireballs within that time period, they would have done 10% more damage. So it's a nice little support skill. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry, that barrel wasn't a trap. It didn't blow up. I did notice... I'll show you momentarily. After I kill that. I did notice if we look at the wand again, this... has a 20% chance to ignite enemies. That will count for inanimate objects like barrels as well. So the fact that I just all I did is slap the barrel with my wand, that was an ignition. That wasn't damage to me. Okay, let's see what else. Hello, you over there, drowned undead. Yeah, you. Oh, you lost a leg. Oh no, that was an arm. Okay, hey buddy. What about you? And you can see my mana going down in the bottom right, so I'm just going to use the normal force attacks, let that regen. What is this? Iron Greaves. Ooh, okay. Okay, I auto-equipped them because I had nothing in there, so apparently, according to this, yeah, she's wearing them. Apparently, it does not matter what character class you are, because Iron Greaves are heavy armor, as far as I'm concerned, so that must mean that you can equip any armor, but obviously they're beneficial bonuses and effects to equipping the armour that, say, a witch would normally wear, which wouldn't be Iron Greaves, obviously. You have some normal slapping you. Cool, cool. What about you guys over here? Nice! So, lured you both together, and of course there was splash damage there. I like very much. It's like a slightly not so over the top version of Diablo 3, which is beautiful. It looks very nice as well. It's very well presented. You can see some effort and some love has been put into it. These people obviously wanted a decent action RPG to stand up and like do a decent job of this. Okay. Hello, corpse. You're not moving anywhere. You also have nothing in your possession. Okay. Some more of your friends around here. You're more. Nice. Nice. Okay. Not quite as gratuitously over the top as Diablo, which I'm not too bothered about. I actually like it that it's I guess a tad more realistic, but hey. I'll just take you out. Ooh, splintered tower shield. Oh, and the witch can indeed equip shields, so I'm guessing weapons work the same way. That has 2 red slots. I'm guessing, I could be way off here, but I'm also guessing how this works is, yeah, it's just a bit of driftwood. It only gives a chance to block 24%, and it gives us an armor of 9. Well, I'm sure we'll replace that with something else later, like crystal balls or something. Again, like games like Diablo, where they just boost intel and stuff like that. But yeah, at the moment it's going to be the tower shield. But it has 2 red slots, and I'm assuming that most magical things, like casting spells and that, require blue slots. I'm guessing it goes by what class you are. So blue would be magic, green maybe ranger, and so on and so forth. Yeah, let's just go down here. Let's have a look at you. Yeah, you look a little bit worried. I would be as well if I came to raid classed. This place is full of undead people. Clearly. Oh, you have taken damage. Press 1 to use a life flask. Oh, thank you. I didn't even realise I'd taken damage, unless the game forcefully made me take damage. But I don't know if you guys noticed. I definitely did. I pressed 1. I only drank a section of the health potion down there in the bottom where it says number 1. I've drunk only about a quarter of it, which is awesome, and my health went back up to full. Although my health wasn't empty. That is more realistic than probably anything I've played in most RPGs, because if you were only a little bit hurt, why would you drink a whole health potion? Like, that should be a more severe... Oh, hello, who the fuck are you? Okay, kill Hillock. Okay, back the fuck up, Hillock. Oh, no, not interested. Not after a date, buddy.
And I
Nice.
think I'd be a dead woman by now.
I should have been a dead woman by now. Is that what you just said? What were you? You were a fucking big old nasty looking zombie. And we've got a few items here. A glass shank. Awesome. Someone was a prison bitch. And a chain bell. Okay, it also tells us you gain a skill point when you level up. Click here or press P to access your skill points. I'll press P. Oh, okay. This is quite confusing. But also pretty. So at the top, skills. 1 point left. 0 refund points left. Okay, and this is our base, so this is what we are. Select a glowing passive skill with % number % to allocate skill points. Okay, good to know. Is there? Can we? Oh, we can move around. Can we? Oh, we can. Oh, holy fuck. Okay. Wow. Just fucking wow. What have? Is this all my skill tree? Is this how much she can learn? Shit the bed. Oh. Jesus. Let me check something, because this is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could be wrong. Let me have a look at some of these. Soul Siphon, Blood Siphon. Okay, maybe not. Assassination. Okay. I think this is a universal skill tree. I don't think this is just for my witch. Yeah, doesn't seem that. No, yeah, because look, this symbol here is the same symbol as here, but with I've got a character portrait and stats around mine. Like I have 2 intelligence equals +1 mana, 5 intelligence equals +1 energy shield. So yeah, so we got my stats here. I'm assuming there's another page. Like I'll press the C button in a minute for that. But we've got these symbols, and there happens to be 6, 7 including mine, placed around the edge. So I'm guessing these ones on the outer edge, these other 5 here. I'm guessing by the look of that, when I saw over there that said assassination, that these are the other characters, like Shadow over here, Ranger or whatever. They're not going to show up because I haven't got those characters, but they're their skill trees. And the one in the middle is like maybe a universal. What is here? Or maybe it's the second part of mine. Path of the Servant, increased spell damage, cast speed. So this might be another version of mine that goes down from mine. Or again, might be universal because skittered runes, sharper. I don't know, but these 5 around the edge may be other people's, and we may be able to dive into them as and when we need. That's interesting. That's interesting. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling on. I zoomed out and it took me by surprise. So yeah, that is fucking so much. But it does say these skills are all passive. They're a passive increase, so they're not active skills because we already know that the spells and skills are socketed into your weapon, so this will increase from there. So what have we got? We've got 2 ways we can go. So we have spell damage, 16% increase to spell damage, and we have +14 to maximum energy shield, 25% increased mana regeneration rate. Energy shield and mana regeneration. I really want the damage increase, but I also want that. So I'm going to go that. And right, we've got 2 options. We used the 1 point, but we haven't applied it yet. We've got to apply or cancel. Well, I'm going to apply. Awesome, so that has been locked in. I now have +14 to maximum energy shield. Have no idea what that means. I'm assuming... what is this? This is what this is. This slither... Whoops. Forgot you can do that. This slither here, because that wasn't in our health earlier on. This is a sliver of energy shield, which is generated by our magic, our mana, I guess. That's pretty cool. So we have the equivalent of spectral armor. It's going to be good because we are eventually going to... I mean, we have those iron greaves right now, those iron leg guards. We're not going to be using them for overly long if we can get other robes and stuff that increase our magic, which we will be able to get. It's RPG 101, so we will. But yeah, so energy shield stop us actually taking damage. That's pretty fucking cool. And it's passive, so that's good. So we applied the points. What's down here? Kill the Hillock. So it brings up a little bit of the map, and this is what we've done. You have killed the Hillock, the zombie attacking the town, and leveled up. Open the passive skill screen and spend a passive skill point to upgrade your character, which we literally just done. Okay, so that's beautiful. Shall we leave here like that? Oh, we picked up a new driftwood wand as well. Also, just wanted to quickly check. We do have a character sheet. So we have Lucrezia. And we are in the Twilight Strand, and I'm guessing that one means Chapter 1. Our life is 69, our mana is 62, our maximum energy shield is now 15. This is our Intel, Strength, and Dex. We're doing everything with Intel. That is what we'll be doing. And all of our other stats. So we do have a character sheet as well as our passive skill sheet, of course. Let's look at... There's our glass shank. And that I think I was right. That has green. A glass shank, I'm assuming, is a dagger. Or maybe green is for assassins, then. Yeah, maybe green's for assassins and there's a different colour for ranger, but maybe rangers can use it, so I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, this is a standardised thing. Scroll of Wisdom identifies items. We're going to put you over there. We're going to have to do some inventory management. I have a feeling, I hope this game isn't one of those games that makes you buy inventory space. A lot of free titles are. If the game's worth it, I probably will, if I get into it. But yeah, and we got this. This is a Driftwood Wand, and it has 11% increase to spell damage, but it's exactly the same damage as mine, I think. Yeah, 4 to 8. But it has 11% increase to spell damage. However, it has a blue, a green, and a red slot on it, which would be awesome. I'd rather have that. However, none of them are linked because they don't have the join, where this has the join. Not that that's necessarily an issue. But it is an issue in this case because I want my Arcane Surge support, which is that. So I'm not going to equip this. It's not going to do anything better for me. Maybe I should sell it. Cool, cool. Anyway, we killed the hillock, so let's have a look around. What else is there? So, just going for that, we now know how to use skills, which is, or how to assign skills. That's pretty cool. That was a massive skill tree. And just like the materia slot, or the socketed slot for a weapon, where you get your skills, sorry, you get your powers, your magic and abilities, I do have to say, if we just go back to here, I quoted Final Fantasy VII for the slottable skills. I have to once again quote Final Fantasy, because this, I mean, you've seen it in other games as well, skill trees that are kind of like this, but this looks disturbingly like the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X, including the advanced one where you literally, I mean, I think you can on any of them, but the advanced one you can go around onto other characters' grids. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a good design of a skill tree. So, but just thought I'd mention that. I'm sure everyone else has made those comparisons as well. Hello, who are you? Oh, the Lionized Watch. Okay, in here. Okay. Oh, I'm right by the gate. I couldn't see it. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, because of course there's another thing with this game as well. This game is actually an MMO-ish in its sense. It's partial. When you enter towns and places, you will see other people like that twat. Look at him running around there. Level 59. That guy's putting some work. But God knows why he's back here. I'm assuming there's towns further on. Or places further on. I do like how bleak this game looks. It runs very smoothly. It's a little jaggedy square looking, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It seems to run beautifully. Who are you, sir? As well, you are. Oh, you're a human. You're a real player, level 12 real player. So this is it's interesting that we're going to have people running around, and I knew I should have mentioned it was an online game anyway, because of course we've had down here. If I press enter, I can talk to people, and it's got all of what people have said. So yeah, obviously your standard, your mum jokes, and all of the good stuff. So those guys can just suck a dick. I'm not talking to them right now. Let's go up here. What is this? A waypoint. Hello, waypoint. Okay, so we've activated a waypoint. I'm assuming. Well, don't quote me on that. I'm assuming we can teleport back to this waypoint. I'm just going to press M, and apparently M does not bring up the map. Okay, is there a way to do that? So this is the cosmetics tab in the inventory as well. That's my inventory, that's my cosmetics. This is what I was talking about earlier, I believe, yeah. Microtransaction stash, purchase microtransactions. That is if you want your character, like, it doesn't matter what level your character is, if you want them to look a certain way. So if I really wanted Lucrezia to look really magey as hell, I'd try and get her a pointy hat, or witches, I'll get her a pointy hat, stupid clothes. They might be in the game anyway, but that's a way you can buy your way into having yourself look a certain way. Nothing else in the game should be like that, but I am interested to find out where my map is. Oh, world screen, you. So it's just you. That is the world map. So, yep, you. Okay, good to know. So I'm assuming I can teleport back here. Could be wrong. Maybe it's just like a checkpointing system. Who knows? But then again, it's an online game, so it doesn't necessarily need that. Well. Stash. Hello, Stash. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so we have our stash. No, one more second. Oh, it is massive. Okay, that's really fucking handy, considering my inventory is so small. Okay, so let's look who we got here. Talk to Targley. Targley? I think I'm going to pronounce it Targley for your award. Okay, so who have we got? Let's zoom out a little bit. So, Nessa. Let's talk to Nessa first. Let's talk to these two first with their exclamation points glowing above their head. Hello, Nessa.
I saw what you did to Hillock out there, Witch. Your black art is the reason you're here, in exile. It may also be the only thing that allows you to see another dawn. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of that putrid giant. Back in Oriath, I judged your kind without hesitation. In Rayclast, I don't have that luxury. Lionized Watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
Okay, so like that a lot. Very, very quality voice acting there. Very forlorn, very genuine. So I like that. So Nessa, yeah, she has a mercy mission. Talk to Bestel, which is that guy there. So we've been given a side quest. So that's awesome as well. But you can sell items and purchase items here. I'm going to sell some items. I'm not going to need this. So place your items here to offer them to the vendor. Okay, so where's the money? Okay, Nessa's offer, is that money? Scroll fragment. A stack of 5 fragments become a scroll of wisdom. Have I got scrolls of wisdom? I have got scrolls of wisdom. They identify items. Okay. So... Okay, if that's the case, I could be wrong. I'll check with the other vendors in a minute. I could be way off here. But, she's offering me items in exchange for items. She is offering me items in exchange for items. What's that? A transmutation shard. A stack of 20 transmutation shards becomes an orb of transmutation. Okay, interesting. Have a driftwood wand. What else are you going to offer me? Okay, so you're offering me another scroll fragment. Chain belt. I am not going to give you that. I'm just going to show you those three because I'm actually going to... It's 13 to maximum energy shield already and it still hasn't been identified. So if I use one of them to identify, that should increase what that can do, or at least tell me what it is. So anyway, I'm going to accept your offer. Thank you. And I'm going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Just going to move over here a little, get out of the hubbub of the crowd. I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to... Nope, that is not going to work. I want to identify you. How do I do so? Yes, I want one here. And I'm going to identify. There we go. It gives us a plus 13 to maximum energy shield and 11% increase to stun or block recovery. Well, I do have a shield to block with, but I'm going to put you there. I'm going to put you on there, so we now have the chain belt. We can't zoom in any further, but it is on my character over there. Cool, cool. I'm going to put you guys here, and I have these two, which I'm going to store all of you in the stash in a moment. But let's talk to the other characters first, because this is our home, this is our safe point. You look pretty cool as fuck there, big guy. You've got a shield with a glowy tree-ish thing on it. It looks like Yggdrasil. And you have Thor's hammer in your possession. I can't pan the camera to turn around from different angles. It is set at the one angle, so as far as I can tell. And my energy shield increased. Like, that fragment went up because I have that item on. That's cool as fuck. Cool, cool. I'm assuming the maximum's like 100? I could be wrong. I'm making a lot of assumptions right now. Let's talk to this geezer, this skinny-looking geezer with the pirate's hat on. Hello, Bestel.
A wayfish, waterlogged witch, washed up in ray cloths. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy go. You could scorch a bloke with a look like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. At last, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island. A hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Okay. So, Bestel just told us he explained further what Nessa had told us, which is there's a chest we need to find with medical items. So that's handy. And the Mercy mission has been increased. We've got 2 things we need to do here now. Travel to the tidal island and find the medicine chest. So that's cool. He has some more things to say. Let's ask him about Nessa.
Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. And what a sickly, pathetic brood we are. May she live to have her own family. A real family. If anyone deserves that, Nessa does.
Okay, that was handy. So, yeah, she's obviously clearly a nice girl. Why she was exiled, who the fuck knows. This guy down here, you look... Okay, you've gone, but you looked... that was clearly one of the cosmetic things you can buy in the game, but we don't worry about that. We're going to ask about the drowned dead.
Arrow,
The Merry Gulls cook washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was, buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. I got worse for wherever, upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Rayclast.
Okay, so the exiles that were sent here had no idea that the land, for whatever reason, brings you back from the dead in the worst possible way. So we're going to say goodbye to Beston. We're going to make our way around. He didn't have anything to sell by the looks of it. There's a quest giver or someone here. Who are you, sir? You are Targley. You're the guy we've got to talk to about killing the Hillock. So let's zoom in. Let's have a talk to you, sir.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here,